Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Van. We are all the LFR family. I am here about to check out this information about Jordan B. Peterson potentially being sentenced in Canada to an insane camp. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him, okay? And I received this information by Brent, and I'm checking this out in front of my friends live on Twitch. I had to whisper that because I don't want... YouTube, you stay on YouTube forever. Don't ever leave YouTube. Look at all our videos and stay on YouTube, okay? All right, so we about to check this one out and see exactly what my man, TheQuartering, has to say about this. Yeah.
Room 101, taking the social media communication retraining.
Please, no. You don't have to take me there. Why? There's nothing I won't confess. Nothing.
Yes, the hype train hit 100%. Y'all are awesome. And thank you, YP Salon 138. Appreciate you.
Take him instead of me. He's the thought criminal. It's him you want.
He's the thought criminal.
Sure. Why not? People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. What a terrible thing to do that is.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering. A lot of people...
Shout out to my man Jeremy from TheQuartering, who was on Jesse Lee Peterson's in a conversation with him, and they killed it together. They are awesome, man. Shout out to them. They did an amazing conversation.
Kind of scoffed at the 1984 comparisons that we've all been making for the past, 4 or 5 years at this point. But that's all kind of slowly coming true, at least parts of it anyway. Now we have free thinker in Jordan B. Peterson in Ontario has now been sentenced to re-education to keep his job. A literal social media re-education camp. I'm not kidding. This is absolutely real. And if people don't pay attention to this, it won't just be something that happens in Canada or in the UK. It'll be here in the United States. We're already trending that way with many totalitarian progressives.
Now, is this some situation where he has to be locked away inside of a building? He can only have whatever food that they fix him, and he can't leave the premises until he completes whatever they're, forcing him to do right now? Is that it? That's the only way I would look at this as if he's being locked away or something like that. That's the only way. Because right now, Jordan B. Peterson is a man, and he can make the decision. The hell with y'all. I'm not daggone doing what y'all want me to do. I don't need y'all right now. Go ahead and take whatever y'all want to take. It's not going to stop any of my opportunities out here. He's doing an amazing job. He's going from state to state, country to country, being an amazing speaker, and he has so much material out there. Nothing's going to happen to him if he just says, you know what? Forget that. What am I missing? If I'm missing something and I'm running my mouth too much, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll be reading.
In government that want to make words illegal, and you have, college universities saying, here's a list of this year's words that we can't use. This via a tweet thread from Jordan B. Peterson this morning. Breaking. The Ontario College of Psychologists has demanded that I submit myself to mandatory social media communication retraining with their experts for, among other crimes, retweeting Pierre Poilievre. I don't know who that. Sorry. And
it's Poilievre. If it's French, it's Poilievre. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm butchering his name, but you know what? 2023. Am I right?
criticizing Justin Trudeau and his political allies. I have been accused of harming people, although none of the complaints involved in the current action were clients of mine, past or present, or were even acquainted with any of my clients. I'm going to take a course of such training with reports documenting my progress, or face an in-person tribunal and suspension of my right to operate as a licensed clinical psychologist.
Wow. So they gonna take this man's license away? Okay, now that's different. If you're gonna fire him from your job simply because now everybody at the job is some suckers and they can't stand the truth anymore. They just want to hug and hold everybody's little opinions like they're little babies. We don't want to offend anybody. Oh, you're crying. You want us to start calling you what we calling you? We're only gonna call her what you say, monkey. We're gonna call her a monkey and that's it. No more he, she. That's your pronoun, monkey. This is crazy, man. This is nuts.
This is in Canada. This isn't in like some weird country you never heard of before. This is, right above, a couple hundred miles above me, America's hat. And this is insanity. This is, a governing body of this field saying that you aren't allowed to express opinions that we deem quote unquote harmful, which again, opinions aren't harmful. They're just opinions. They're just words. This is just the next level in, you can't do your job. This is how they control you, right? But when I say they, I mean like totalitarians, your government. We saw here through the Twitter files in the United States that we had FBI agents actively policing the and infringing on, in my opinion, the First Amendment rights of United States citizens, not governors, not mayors, not police, not senators, citizens, not influencers, not creators, not widely popular people with 2 or 3 followers. The FBI was watching them. Quote, or he continues, about a dozen people from all over the world submitted complaints about my public statements on Twitter and Rogan over a 4-year period out of the 15 million who follow me on social media, claiming that I had, quote, harmed people, not them, with my views. Elon Musk chimes in with the double exclamation point.
If your opinion positively affected far more people than it harmed, you should be getting a daggone reward, bruh. You should be getting a reward, not punished. What type of suckers do they have in Canada? Okay, I'm not saying that Canada is a sucker nation. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's some sucker stuff for them to do.
This is absolutely insane. I mean, it's insane. They're saying, well, we don't like what you tweet, so you cannot work anymore. Ontario College of Psychologists attempt to strip Jordan Peterson of his license. By the way, this is on the National Telegraph. Nobody's even talking about this. You know why it's important? I know a lot of maybe US media says, oh, it's in Canada, whatever. I don't know. I don't know why they don't cover it more, but you get that that's the policies that people are trying to implement here in the United States.
The reason why they don't cover it more is because they don't want people taking a look into our future. Like that right there, they have Canada, in my opinion, they have Canada testing it out, trying to see how they're going to treat treat Trudeau while he's over top of he's ruling this type of way. We're going to look at how the country treats Jordan B. Peterson and how far they're able to go with him because of something that he said as a professor, and we're going to take out the good stuff and we're going to leave the bad. That's all we're going to do. So they're not letting people look at that, because if you look at that, then you're going to know that, oh, it's right around the corner. It'll be here soon. Oh, it's in 1 state. It's in 2. It's in 15. It's in 30. It's in the entire U.S. So, yeah. They're not going to show that type of publicity to that.
First, it was just in the UK. Taught a dog a trick. They try to put you in jail. Then it was in Canada, across the ocean. Now it's right at our doorstep. And it's on the lips and tongues of many of our progressive politicians. This, thankfully, Mark Patrone covered it, saying, Canadian psychologist and author Dr. Jordan Peterson could be stripped of his license to practice clinical psychology over his sharing of political posts on social media. Not that he needs it, by the way. I doubt does he still take clients? That seems unlikely. Who could even afford him? But it's the principle of it. The College of Psychologists in Ontario, which regulates the profession in his home province, has disciplined Peterson over the sharing of political posts on Twitter. Peterson says he got in hot water with the college because he retweeted posts about PM Justin Blackface Trudeau, conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, and other people. The colleges ordered Peterson to undergo mandatory social media communications retraining. It's like a re-education camp to modify his objectionable behavior. It's unclear what it is about the tweets or the sharing of them that may actually violate the college's code of ethics. Either way, Peterson says he will not comply.
He's a bad man. He said, no, I'm not doing it. You out your daggone mind. Lock me up. Take me to jail. I don't care. And I don't blame him, man. I mean, he's just putting his grievances out there. And the fact that they are even going this far is ridiculous, man. It's so daggone ridiculous.
I have absolutely refused to do so, said Peterson. The next step for the college is to demand he submit an in-person disciplinary hearing. If Peterson does not satisfy the college and commit to changing his behavior, it could strip him of his license to practice, which is what they intend to do, right? Canada has been given over to the commissars, Peterson said. Something I'd never see, I thought I'd never see in my lifetime. He says he'll make sure to issue the public. He'll make the issue public in the days ahead. Some of the posts that may be drawing the ire of the college include one on December 24th in which Peterson tweeted out a link to Conrad Black's column in the National Post, a moral imperative for Justin Trudeau to resign. Or perhaps I had this one where he wrote, I learned to watch for people's psychological age during my years doing intensive clinical work. Justin Trudeau appears to be perpetually 14 years old.
I just know I got a question for you all, and if you have any, if any of you know, please feel free to just drop any type of information that you possibly have. I'm looking here, and this has nothing to do with the daggone story, and I apologize. Listen, this is ADHD kicking in. I seen 2, 4, 5 squirrels while he was talking, but you see how he has coffee brand coffee? I think that is so freaking unique. His own brand of coffee, my coffee company. Coffee brand coffee. That is so dope. Now, the reason why I'm asking is because if I was thinking about starting getting my own tea, would you guys know where to start? Okay, that's it. Okay, we get back to Trudeau and Peterson and all them.
A joke. These are jokes, and they want to take away his job. This, of course, a week after Jordan Peterson issues a dire warning, woke totalitarian social credit system is highly probable. Of course it is. I wonder if that's why they're on him. Maybe this is why they're more interested in the things that he's saying. Canadian psychologist, author, and famous anti-woke thinker Jordan Peterson warned Western countries that totalitarian social credit system coming to their societies is highly probable. We see this type of thing. China, where was that commercial where somebody was like buying a bottle of water and they were like, yeah, it wasn't Japan or China. It was like a white chick, blonde chick, Norway, Sweden, something like that. It was insane. Buy a bottle of water with only your face. Yeah, right. In a recent interview with Australia's Sky News, Peterson claimed that the policies and restrictions implemented by the Western nations during the coup may pave the way for automated social credit and digital passport system that would endanger the rights of citizens. He also said that most of the public has no idea that it could happen. Sky News' Rita Panahi introduced the topic asking, do you think what we did during the coup could usher in a version of our social credit system? Yeah, of course. It was a dry run, in my opinion. Without hesitation, Peterson responded and said, oh, yes, definitely. Yes, that's highly probable. She followed up and said, and that will be accepted by many people. They won't even notice, her guest interjected, adding, you can't believe how much people don't know these things. Yeah, well, of course. I mean, look at all the people that were running. Remember when people were like tattling on their neighbors for having guests over during the lockdowns?
Yeah, people were snitching like hell. They still are. They still are trying to daggone start stuff. I love the way he does his commentary, man. He checks out articles. He get really in depth of the article with the conversations and whatnot. He could easily play a video and just follow that way, but this right here just breaks it down in like each line by line. I like this style. This is dope, bro. I'm watching this not only as a fan of Jordan B. Peterson, as a person who think that Canada is acting like some old punks right now, and also a new fan or a new watcher, a new supporter of Jeremy and TheQuartering. Because I see TheQuartering a lot when I go back and I look at my own analytics, and I see that a great deal of my channel, my supporters, they watch TheQuartering as well. So yeah, I think this is dope, man. I really enjoy his style of content. If y'all aren't already subscribed to the Quartering, make sure you do. He seemed like a pretty nice guy, real laid back.
Remember that? People are having, oh, you had people over Thanksgiving, I'm calling the cop. That happened. I mean, I think that, you know, for all of the battles that Jordan B. Peterson has had in the past year, he is still an extremely important voice against this type of thing. And, you know, it's very clear to me that his government wants him silenced. And so they'll take away his ability to earn money. Now, it's Jordan Peterson, right?
Now, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cut his water off. That's what they're doing. They're trying to starve him until he agrees with them, until he goes out of his way publicly. He will have to like completely crush his own career in order to do that. For real. He will have to do that, but he's not, and I hope he don't, because then that would be some sucker stuff for him to do, for real. I mean, I think he should stand on it and say, you know what, screw y'all, bro. Y'all can't hold me down, man. I'm out. And then just, say, take whatever you want to take. I'm good. But nah, he has a legacy. That's his legacy. And for them to do that where he's from, that's not cool at all. It's as a man, I love the fact that he's standing on all 10 toes down, making sure that they're not going to bully him. You're not going to take advantage of me, because taking advantage of me, you're trying to use me as an example for everyone else, just as a bullying tactic. And you're letting everyone else know that if you think that he's too big for us to touch, well, watch this. It's not cool. It's hopefully Canadians are speaking out about this. Hopefully they're going crazy. I didn't hear about any. They probably going a couple of protests. You know what I mean? You know, Canadian Lives Matter T-shirts and all that other stuff.
He probably gets a huge check from the Daily Wire. He doesn't need his psychology money, but
he got a lot of daggone money. He was breaking it down in his conversation with I forgot which channel, which station he was being interviewed on, but no, he was just talking. He was just talking himself, and he was just talking about his different streams of income, and it was extremely impressive, very impressive. He wasn't saying it to brag either. He was just saying how educating himself has opened up so many doors. That's it. And he went on to give examples, because he know that a great deal of people who watch him are watching him for motivational and inspirational purposes. So not only do he keep it political and just with how to be a good person, but he also keeps it with how to use your gifts, your God-given talents, to be able to step your game up and provide for your family.
that's just the start, right? This is what they did to Alex, right? Social media basically dry ran unpersoning somebody with Alex Jones, in my opinion. And then once they did that, I was like, oh, we'll just do it to Andrew Tate. We'll do it to Donald Trump. We'll do it to whoever they want, because they have all the systems in place then. Jordan B. Peterson is just a dry run, right? It'll be so much easier to get, John Q. Public fired from their job for opinions, force them into re-education camps. It's absolutely diabolical. Make sure you leave a like on this video. If you haven't yet, subscribe. I'll continue.
Absolutely. Y'all go like and subscribe to TheQuartering. I will have that video in the descriptions below so you can go check him out. And what he was saying shows that he and I are on one accord. I might not have been listening as intently as I should have been listening, but just common sense, man. Common sense says that they're doing this to this guy right here. It's like I hate to say it, but it's something like buck breaking. Have you ever heard of what buck breaking is? I'll explain that in another show, but that's what it's like. All right, y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. All right, thank you so much, Brent, for pointing me in this direction, and thank you everyone inside of the chat live with me for helping me out with understanding the name of the Prime Minister and all the other things that you will let me know about my audio and video and everything. All right, that's pretty much all I have. Love y'all. Peace out.